1. Hook, ever heard of a $400,000 AWS bill? It's real, and it's preventable. Stick around to learn about one costly mistake and how to avoid making it yourself. 3. The simple explanation: AWS pricing is complex. It's pay-as-you-go, which means you pay for what you use. Sounds simple, right? But without proper monitoring, costs can spiral. Services like EC2, S3, and Lambda can be incredibly cheap if used correctly. However, misconfiguration or lack of oversight can lead to astronomical bills. 4. Real-world example: let's talk about a startup I worked with last year. They were developing a new app and decided to host everything on AWS. They launched an EC2 instance for their backend. Initially, they set it up to run on demand, thinking it was the most flexible option. However, they neglected to set any auto-scaling policies or monitoring tools. Within a month, they hit their peak traffic, resulting in a huge spike in usage. Their instance ran for 24 hours a day, and they didn't optimize their storage. In just 1 month, they racked up a bill of $400,000. They had over-provisioned resources and hadn't set any budget alerts. The outcome? They had to pivot their entire funding strategy. They almost went under due to one costly mistake. This could have been easily avoided with some basic steps. 5. What to do instead: let's break down how you can avoid this situation. Step 1. Understand your usage patterns, analyze your application's load. Use AWS CloudWatch to monitor usage metrics. Set benchmarks for expected traffic. Step 2. Choose the right instance type. For new applications, opt for T2 or T3 instances. These offer burstable performance and are cheaper. Start with smaller instances and scale as needed. Step 3. Implement auto-scaling. Set up auto-scaling groups based on CPU utilization or request rates. Configure scaling policies to adjust instances automatically. Aim for a target CPU usage of about 70%. Step 4. Set budget alerts. Create billing alerts in AWS budgets. Set thresholds at 50%, 75%, and 90% of your budget. Get notified via email before costs spiral out of control. Step 5. Regularly review resources. Schedule monthly audits of your AWS resources. Look for unused instances or over-provisioned resources. Use AWS Trusted Advisor to identify underutilized resources. 6. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Over-provisioning resources. Avoid launching large instances without assessing load. Start small and scale up as needed. Mistake 2. Ignoring data transfer costs. Data transfer in and out of AWS can add up. Optimize your architecture to minimize these costs. Mistake 3. Not using reserved instances. If you have steady workloads, consider reserved instances. They can save you up to 75% compared to on-demand pricing. Mistake 4. Leaving resources running when not needed. Shut down instances during off-peak hours. Use Lambda functions to automate this process. Mistake 5. Neglecting security groups and firewalls. Misconfigured security groups can lead to costly attacks. Regularly review and tighten your security settings. 7. Quick checklist. Analyze your usage and traffic patterns. Choose the right instance type based on needs. Implement auto-scaling to manage load. Set budget alerts to monitor costs. Audit resources monthly for optimization. 8. Summary plus CTA and summary. AWS can be a fantastic tool for startups, but it can also lead to high costs if not managed properly. Learn from the $400,000 mistake of others. Understand your usage, choose wisely, and always monitor your spending. If you found this information useful, comment below with your thoughts or questions. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into cloud computing and AWS best practices. Your wallet will thank you. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost. Only upgrade when metrics force the decision, not fear. Quick recap: keep it simple, avoid over-engineering, and build the smallest thing that works. If you want a real demo or checklist, comment demo. Subscribe for practical AWS, DevOps, Docker, and Kubernetes lessons.